What we wish to speak about today is this notion of the inner child. The inner child. This topic is a subject that gets much attention within your psychology, but few of you really truly understand what it means and how to work with your inner child, so to speak. So the gist within your modern psychology, and we wish to say this isn't necessarily a wrong perspective, it's just, we'd say, more of a limited perspective, is that there is an aspect of you that is your inner child from experiences of the past that still dwells within you, inside you, and still carries with it the impact of past experiences. Now, this isn't necessarily untrue. We aren't saying that this isn't true. However, we wish to expand upon this particular topic. Because what's true is that the child that you are, the child that you were in your perceived past, still exists in this moment. Meaning, on a multidimensional level, on an energetic, spiritual level, there is no time. All aspects of who you are exist simultaneously. And so that child that you perceive that you were, you still are in this moment in time. And so when we're bringing through this message about the inner child, what we wish for you to know is that when you work with your inner child, you are working with the parallel aspect of you that is still a child. Do you understand what we are saying?
Yes, and I can feel it, yes.
It's a very different way of interacting with your child self, if you will. And this is why before we began this call and Karen was meditating, we kept offering her this image of two 12-year-old girls at a slumber party. And we were wishing that she would start to feel into this interaction with you as if you were two 12-year-old girls at a slumber party. And to start to feel the joy and the fun and the connection and the interaction as a result of that simple visualization, if you will. So if you start to know and understand that your child, we won't even call it inner child, but the child that you still are in a parallel dimension, if you will, is still existing and still unfolding. What the inner child work that we wish for you to do is to start connecting consciously, deliberately with that child aspect of you as if you were now their parent. Meaning, what does that child that you still are, what does she or he need in this particular moment? And what's true is that this child will communicate to you what she or he needs in any given moment, and it is up to you as the adult that you now are to offer that child what he or she needs in any given moment.
Yes, thank you.
And so the notion is not that the child is within you. The notion is that the child exists almost parallel to you, as if the child were in the room with you. Can you feel the difference in energy between feeling the sense that there's this child within you based on the past versus there's a child standing next to you that you still are in another dimension?
Yes, it's almost like I can see the hologram and feel the hologram and want to talk to her and give her energy and love and support. And it's interesting because I also have memories where I feel like when in real, like I was that child in the past and I could feel that energy come in.
So when you feel that energy coming in, what is happening is that the child that you still are from your perceived past is seeking to connect with you in the same way that you, as a clairvoyant, as a one that is mediumistic, can connect with those in parallel dimensions, other dimensions, multidimensional reality. So the version of you that is still a child has a need that is not being met in your perceived past. And she is seeking to get that need met by psychically connecting with her future self. Now, here's where it gets interesting, because not only can you connect with past parts of yourself to meet their needs, so to speak, you can also connect with future aspects of yourself, more evolved aspects of yourself, in order to get your needs met in the present, that where they're not being met by whoever, whatever external person or whatever is unfolding in your life. When you recognize there's a need not being met, or when you are in need of guidance, you can connect with a future version of yourself. There is no such thing as time. We know that you know this. But as you connect more with your multidimensional self, all of this inner work that you're familiar with in terms of psychology will shift slightly to reflect the existence of this multidimensional reality, or this dimension of reality where time is not a thing. It doesn't exist.
Wow, I'm feeling so much, because you're really speaking to some things that I'm working through right now, and I'm connecting to the future self of me as you're sharing this, and I can feel a lot of energy coming in, like pushing, holding me, helping me move forward. Thank you.
So the reason for that is that many of you, if not all of you in this particular moment in time, and certainly all of you that find this content interesting, would greatly benefit from connecting with your future selves in order to usher your evolution forward in a more accelerated way, if you will. Now, all of that is kind of paradoxical, because if there is no future and then there is no time, then does that really make sense? We promise you on some level it does make sense. You can feel it in your heart, at the truth of your being, this does make sense. But connecting with your future self and starting to bring that energy through will accelerate your evolution, which is what humanity needs at this time. Now, we'd like to speak particularly to your 12-year-old self. It wasn't an accident that when we were bringing through this message to Karen to connect in terms of these 12-year-olds at a slumber party, it wasn't an accident that we picked that particular number, if you will. And so as we are connecting with you, we want you to know that on many levels we are bringing through your 12-year-old self and seeking to heal and align from some particular experiences that 12-year-old had. Are you understanding what we are saying?
Yes, I can feel it.
There's no need to go into detail here, but we just want you to know that we are giving you this experience and this teaching so that you can experience it firsthand, so that you can start to also bring it into your healing work and your work with one-on-one sessions with people, because they're ready for it. Not everybody is, but the people that are being drawn to you are ready for it. And this feels to us like the next stage of your particular evolution as a healer. It is also a message that will help many people who feel a limitation when it comes to connecting with their inner child. There are many people, you mentioned this term inner child, and they try so hard to feel within themselves this inner child. It's like they try, but they can't feel it. Where is it? Where is it inside me? I can't feel it. Instead, if you start to recognize and understand that the child that is you is right here beside you in a parallel dimension, if you will, in the dimension that there is no time, all aspects of you, all versions of you are unfolding, existing at the same time. Connect with those aspects. Rewrite the past. Connect with the future. Rewrite the future. And what we're seeking to do here is align to your highest timeline, if you will. So all versions of yourself, all ages, start to align with this higher timeline. Now, we've said before, and it doesn't make a lot of sense to the human mind, so don't try to understand it, but we've said before to Karen that time exists as a sphere. So time does not unfold in a linear sense. Of course, that is your experience here on earth, and that is fine. But time does not exist from A to B. It does not exist. It does not unfold in a linear way. It unfolds in an expansive way. So if you imagine time existing as a sphere and imagine it unfolding outwards, what's happening is that all versions of who you are in all ages, all dimensions, even other lifetimes, and all versions of all ages within those other lifetimes are evolving together, are unfolding together, are expanding together. So by doing this work that is based in the present moment, of course, because that is where Source is all the time, by anchoring yourself in the present moment and yet connecting to all aspects of yourself, past and future, you start to connect with and raise and align all aspects of yourself with that source energy, that source frequency, and that is what evolution is. On some level, are you understanding what we are saying?
Oh, I am. Yes, and I've seen it in that way too, as a sphere. But moreover, like, I'm feeling so much of the energy, and Karen and I spoke at the beginning about words versus the energy. This energy is amazing. Thank you. I feel like I'm getting a deep healing here.
It's the energy that is of utmost importance. And so what we know is that there are many people that will listen to both you and Karen who will have no idea what you're talking about or what Karen is talking about. It doesn't matter. They will be drawn to listen anyway. And what we said right before this call, or what Karen said in terms of what she's been getting as a download, is that the words don't actually matter. It's the frequency transmitted through the words and under the words that matters, because that is our whole intention here. Our whole intention is to raise the vibration, shift the frequency, and then anchor that higher frequency so that is the new reality that is stabilized in this particular experience, if you will.